Hi book huggers, this is Jen and this is my very first Top 5 Wednesday. So you might notice that I'm filming in a different spot in my house today. I got started way later than I wanted to and I'm losing light, and this is about the only place in my whole house that has light left, and I don't know how long we're gonna have it. So the struggle is real. Also, my dogs are right behind me and you're gonna be hearing their little toenails and their little breathing, and yeah, it's the best I can do. Top 5 Wednesday was started by Lainey at Ginger Reads, and I'm going to link to her below in the bookshelves, and also to the Goodreads group where you can join up and see what the topics are every week. This week's topic is Top 5 Tropes You Hate. And I have to say, hate is a really strong word. The tropes I'm going to talk about today, and I'll be straight with you, I'm pretty much making them up. I don't think that they're real tropes. I think that they're just tropes I'm noticing lately. But they're not ones that I absolutely hate. I think in the hands of the right author, they can be good for the story. But I have been noticing them more lately, and instead of hate, I think I'm just more weary of them. I pick up on them more often, and I think I'm just ready for something else. So that's kind of where I'm coming from today. I'm also going to link to a blog post that author Shannon Hale posted a while back about tropes in YA fiction and adults who say that they hate them, and how maybe we need to look at them from the point of view of the people that they were actually written for. And not that we can't enjoy YA books, but maybe like hold back on the hate for some of the tropes that we see. It's a really interesting piece, and so I highly recommend that you go read it after this. Okay, so number 5 of the tropes that I am kind of weary of is the I'm really, really rich and really, really bored trope. I think that I have read it so often in the past year. It's usually a character whose family's won the lottery and their lives have changed, or maybe they've been rich since birth and they are just bored and they're looking for a new challenge or to try to shake up their lives a little bit. And I completely understand that that is an experience that people have, but in my reading life, I'm kind of moving on from that for a while. I want to have some diversity in my reading and learn about other people's experiences, and so I'm kind of moving on from that. At number 4 is the I'm a twin, but only for the first couple of chapters until something really sad and deadly happens to my twin trope. I have read that in 3 books so far this summer alone. I'm not going to mention titles because I think it would be spoilery for all of them, but yeah, twins are already a trope in YA Lit, and I think that this is becoming its own little subtrope, if you will, and kind of ready for something new. Number 3, the I must escape the place where I am, even though the place where I am is infinitely better for me and more interesting than the place where I'm trying to get back to trope. Yeah, that's a long one. I especially noticed this one in the Bone season and A Court of Thorn and Roses, which I'm reading right now. And again, I love both of those books, so in the hands of the right author, but I am noticing it more and more. It's mostly just that the characters seem to have this blind sort of animalistic need to get back where they came from without sort of looking around and realizing that the people who are around them are kind of supportive and not as horrible as they seem. And I understand that it would be a pretty boring story if they didn't have this motivation, you know, to get back where they wanted to come from, but I kind of want them to stop and think. Anyway, it's my thing. Number 2 is the I get right up to the climactic thing that I've been working for hundreds of pages, and I don't know, maybe even 3 books, and then something happens to me and I pass out, and when I wake up, someone, usually male, tells me what happened in the climactic moment. Trope. These are just getting longer and longer. Sorry. And I don't know exactly what book I'm thinking of when I talk about this. Yeah. Still not over it. Still a little bitter. Moving on. The number 1 trope that I have issues with is the clumsy, clumsy lady trope. And this is not just in YA fiction. In fact, in YA fiction, I can actually understand it a little bit better because teens' bodies are changing and growing, and you can trip over your feet because your feet are changing and growing, and things happen, and like, I get it. But when it's in adult fiction too, and it's like everywhere, it starts to grate on my nerves. And, you know, lots of people have clumsy moments. We all can be klutzes sometimes, but does it always have to be like a plot or character point in every book? I don't think so. Anyway, what are the tropes that you hate or are just frustrated with? Tell me in the comments below, and I will be back soon, maybe from another part of my house, who knows, we're crazy that way, and we'll talk about more interesting and fun things, and I'll see you next time. Bye!